Hello and welcome to this week tutorial. Last week tutorial we started a new project designing to code, and we designed this landing page for a real estate. In this week tutorial we'll be laying out the HTML. I didn't have enough time to code the CSS, so this week will be only the HTML, and next week we'll do the CSS and the following week the JavaScript. So there's a link in the description if you want to code along, so you can download the images in the starter file. So let's get started. Hello and welcome back. My name is Mary. On this channel I create web design development tutorial. So if that's something that interests you, feel free to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon so you won't miss my tutorial. In this week tutorial we start coding the landing page we designed in the last week tutorial. So there's a link in the description where you can download the starter folder to get started. So without further ado, let's get started. So if you open your folder, you see the HTML file that you have the boilerplate linked to using the Pattern Google fonts, and then link to the file icon, which you can see right here, using the remix icon library for our icon, and then link to the CSS, and the bottom the JavaScript, or JavaScript is empty, so we study on the header, from the logo, the menu item, and this button right here. Then we had the hero section, and this section right here, and the tab agent section. So we start on header. We create a header using the header element. And I'm gonna give it a class called header. Inside of that, create a use the nav element. Give it a class called header nav. And create a container. It did with the class container that will wrap it around the navigation. And create another div with a class called flex wrapper. This class will be used to create a flex container. And inside of the flex wrapper, we create is our logo container. Apply the header dash logo. And inside here, create the anchor element, the class called logo. Leave the href empty and create the image element for our logo image. So it will be images / logo .png. Save it. You can see it here, right here, because it's light and the background also is light. And I'm using pre-pros for the live preview and reload. Also, there's a link in the description where you can find where you can download it. So next section will be the menu items. So go down, create event element, the class of header, nav items. And here we create the each item list. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So create parentheses, put li greater sign a, so it can create the li element inside of it, the anchor element. But we want to give a class to the li, so call header dash list, and the anchor element we get a class called header link, and put the curly brackets for the text that be between the anchor element. So put home, which is the first menu item, multiply by 7, press enter, then they create all of this. Now we don't have to do it manually. Now for second menu item, stay box, Third one, by rents, agents, blog, and contacts. Save it. Now we see our item right here. So next, the so header CTA, creating anchor elements for the class button. We leave the href empty, and here we say get started. And after this one, we create a mobile menu icon. So we create the web class called header mobile. And inside here, create button. Is a button element for the class mobile menu icon. Input the type of the button to be button. And here we use the remix icon. So the I and the class will be our I menu downline. We save it. We get our right here and our get started button. That will be style later for the CSS. After that will be it for the header. If you want to pause it to go through, you can do so. I'll collapse this and move to the main session or the hero, send with the hero. So I will do a session tag with a class called hero. Inside here we use again the flex wrapper. Create our container. Create a div for a class of hero content. So we're now working on this session right here, the hero session. So inside of the hero session, create a row. And create the column. If you take a look, it's like half of the die width, so it's gonna be 6, 6. So create the class call -6. Inside here, create my h1 element. Inside here, create a span element. As you can see, these are on one line, these together. So the first we see buying, renting, selling, and a second span element. We say your search starts and ends here. So that's our content element. Collapse this one, and underneath it we create the tab agent. This session right here. There are 4 columns. Use our row again, so the column can stay inside of the row. 3 to make the 4 column. and we create the agents class. And inside the agent class, we have the picture on the left and the text on the right. So we create agents, picture class that we hold the picture to the image element. So images first slash agents one png. After this, we create the agents details. We record the information. I give it a class name. This method. Create a paragraph. Now we put the text agents since 2000. Save it. Now we have it. It's right here. See? So it's the same thing for each one of them, except for this one, different images, and this one had different name. So just gonna copy the call from call 3 all the way for the agent and paste it there. 1, 2, 3 to have all the 4. Now I will change this image to 2. Leave this one the same. This image to 3. And change the name. And this one to 4. I close this one out. And so that's it for the hero section. So if you need that to pause and rewatch it, you can do so. But that will be the end for the hero section. So I will collapse this section right here. Let me save it. So see, you can see the images right here. Now moving to the next section, which is the search. This section right here. So we go here, create a div for the class called search. Inside of the div, we create a div with our container. Inside here, we create a form. Use the form element with the class called form. We delete the action attribute. Go down. That here we create a flex wrapper. We had create a form group that will wrap around the inputs. And this we have the icon, the placeholder, and this also icon, arrow icon. That means this is a drop down. So when we click it, we will choose an option. This one we have to write it. This also is just an option. Also this an option. So we had the left icon and right icon. So create the first icon. It will be alright and point line. And after this, create the import element for the class of form input. Placeholder B. I am looking back into. If I see this, we get this, but you can type in it, but we don't want it to be that you can type or write inside of it, so we leave this on. So read only. Now You won't be able to type in it. And after this, we create the arrow icon, which will be and after this we create the actions. So go now, create UI element, UL element, web class form dropdown. And we give it the custom data attribute called data dropdown, which we will use for the JavaScript. And this will be looking. So these are two options, buy or rent. So when we click it, we choose either buy or rent. Save it. We get it right here. That our first one. This now let's create this side. So I'm just gonna copy the form group. That's it. Remove this one. This one will create only. And we don't need this one. And placeholder will be enter your desired location. So right here. Get this one. We create a third one, which is the housing type and then price range. So I will paste again like the first one, and the icon will be different. It'll be home for that line, and this also read only. And here we choose your housing type. It will remain the same. And I will copy the option and paste it here. So these are the options, and this will be the drop down, the housing type. Then we have the and the icon will be different. So it'll be money, dollar, circle. And this will be your price range. Price. And I will copy and paste the option real quickly. So these are the options. Save it. Get it right here. Now the last one, which is the button right here. So I'll close this one out. Come down here. Hit the web class called form. Submit. One button. Web class called button. where type will be submit. Search, save it, you get it right here. Now I won't do anything. So that's it for the search section. This section right here. Close this one out. Now the location. This is the location side. You can see we had these two different type of code. We had this type of code where picture on the left and text on the right, and then we have text on the right and picture on the left, and then down here we had image on the top and text on the bottom. So these are three different type of code. So this one, the horizontal, this the vertical one. So let's get to it. This section for the class for location. In here we create our row, and this is half right here. This is also half. So it's a call 6, create a code image, code class when under class called horizontal, where I can extract code image left. Inside here we place the image within our code header class. A greater sign called image, with the image, the whole bracket, or C, and will be images / location -1 .jpg. And outside of the code header, we go down, create a code content. Inside of the code content, we create a code /body. And we can see the location is a lot bigger. It's a push this side down. Then we had a button on the bottom right here. So we create a div with the class called for the location, and another class called icon text. Use our icon. And a span element with the location. Save it. Get our image right here with our text. And copy this one and paste it. This one we're going to remove the location. And the icon class will change to be home -4. And our text right here should be 1256 houses. I copy this one, paste it for the next one. And this will be community for the class in 736 apartment. So that'll be for the code body. Okay. If you need time to write it, you can pause it. Then we move to the folder and put the button, right? And give it a class called button black so you can spend 100% of the width. Review listing. So that's it for the code. That's the same thing for this one, the location different and the image different for them, but otherwise the text will remain the same. So I'm just copy this one. Should copy the whole columns. Paste it right here. Just be 2. The location. Now this is gonna be different because these are the image on the right, text on the left. So we change the class to right and location be 3. The last one. Save it. We should get 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's for the location. Okay, moving on to the listing section. As you can see, the listing section is a tab. So this is the home. When we click it, this will change to a different the apartments, and this will change to the lines. So like I started in the part, I will close out the location. To the listing right here, this section, class listing. And inside here, create a container. Inside the container, the H2, with the heading, with a class section heading. Underneath it, create a div that wrap we want everything with class tab. behavior UL element of the class called tab items. When li when anchor element set with the class tab link href hash homes. And I did this class called active homes. I duplicate it twice, and this will be apartment. Which Control D to select both at the same time. And our last one will be a link. So that's the navigation. This side. But now on what kind of code? And this code is different from this one. Go down here. Say tab contents. Create tab section. And this one we have class for active. Give an ID of homes to match this href. Now for our code, it's gonna be similar to previous one, just the location, the image. Someone copied the code from the location right here, one of them. And down here, I'll create a row. To wrap around each one, there are total 3 columns. So call _for. Now I'm gonna paste the code right here. And here we're gonna remove this, the horizontal, and change to vertical. And the images are listing 1. And we remove the location icon and bring this one, the last one, the money, up here. And the price will be 3. And after that, we had a home, maybe 5 bedroom. 5 bedroom. I'm gonna change this icon to rainy, and this will be 8 bathroom. Save it. So yeah, right here. Up here, we need to put the name right here. Give it the user history and our name. And give this class code. So that's the first one. Now move to the next one. I'll collapse the code. This, copy this again, paste it, change the image to 2. Oh, first forgot to create these two button at the bottom. Another code folder right here. We create another class called flex. Use the flex wrapper. Move this side here. We have these two classes also a button doc class, and this will be none more, and duplicate this, remove this class, and this will add a class request, that test request. So I'll copy this again, paste it into my 2. This will be 3. So that 1, 2, 3. So that's for our home. Now we're gonna do for the apartment. So it's gonna be the same images. Done. Close this one out. Copy this whole section. Paste it. Gonna move the images around. I'll put this on B3 just so we have different images. Put this on P1 and this one as 2. And tap here, apartment. So I match this. Close this one out. Copy and paste. And this will be aligned. Land the image right here. I put 2. 3 right here. And put 1 again. Should I put 3 and 1 right here? Now move the active from this one. Go Control D to select both. Delete it, save it. So we get this right here. Now moving to the next section, which is the testimonial. So we go back here, we close out the listing and testimonial. Create section class testimonials. Create a row. Inside the design, see the image to half of the page and then all the way to the side. Therefore there's no container, and this side there's a container right here. and this is a slider. We're going to be creating this slide from scratch with JavaScript, whether that, everything. So let's create that. So here we have a row. Inside a row, the call 6, and then we have another call no gap. Inside here, create the image. So images, test menu. Now set here, create a second call, second column. Also no gap. Create class of testimonial, contents, container. Then we start creating our testimonial slider. Give an ID for slider for the JavaScript. A UL element. The class called slider wrapper. Li class of slider item. And this will have the active class since the first one. Here we have our double quotes that's set in the background. Then we have a span element for a class called name that we call the name. So that's the first one. That to the well. So now just copy this li, paste it, remove the active. Only then gonna change the name. Third one. And then the last one. So that's it for the testimonial section. So if you need to pause it or rewind it, you can do so. But that's the it for the testimonial section, the slider. So I'm gonna close this one out. Then move to the folder, which is just simple. Just one text. Oh no, we're not done with the testimonial. We got to add that right here. So go back to going back to a testimonial. Second column right here. Close out the URL. And then if we create a slider that class create button, enter button element for the class that web type button, multiply this by 4. The first one we have class active. So I'll show you. I did this one for the tax. So now let's say for the testimonial. Now move to the folder. So I'm gonna create a paragraph. The design by testing element. Various is coding. Thank you. Thanks for watching. So that's it. That's it for the HTML. So this week, last week we designed it, and this week we lay out the HTML. Next week we're gonna be adding the CSS, and the following week, after next week, we can add the JavaScript to make everything interactive. The menu works, and the slider for the testimonial side. So if you take a look inside your CSS, just the basic stuff setup, just add a color, stuff like that, and the media queries right here. So next week we're gonna go into all of this, adding the CSS. But for now, that's it for the HTML. Thank you for watching. If you have not already done so, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon and like and share. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next week tutorial. Have a great one. Bye.